So I have lunch, fries here so that he'll let me do this video. Otherwise, he's not gonna let me do it. "15-month update." I don't know where his paper was that has all of his stats or whatever on it from the doctor, but so I'm going to be guessing those. And I don't know if you can see it, but forgive the hair, we're not finished braiding up my hair yet. Got my list of everything right here. His height, I want to say it was 32 inches. His weight was 27 pounds, 27 pounds. He is actually starting to slim down now, so he's not as chunky as what he was before, which in a way kind of bothers me because we are vegan, and if he gets skinny, then I'm probably going to have people telling me that I need to give him some meat or all that stuff, even if he is like a healthy weight. And I just really don't want to hear those comments, and I know if he's chunky, I'm not going to hear those comments, so that's why I kind of like that he's chunky now, even though I did have somebody comment that they think I'm cheating. Whatever. He is now nursing only 4 times a day. Sometimes at most it's like 6, so he still nurses at night, and that accounts for 2 of the times. One of the times he nurses at 2 in the morning, and the other time is about 6 in the morning. And I know that for some people that's when they start their mornings, but we don't start ours until like 7, 8 o'clock. So I count that 6 o'clock nursing as a nighttime nursing. He also nurses between 10 and 11, which is way before his nap, so he doesn't nurse to sleep. And then he also nurses between 3 and 5 o'clock, but that one I definitely have to be careful with because sometimes he will fall asleep and take a second nap, which I absolutely hate because that means he's going to stay up later and not go to sleep. So because he's nursing less, he's eating more. So during certain times of the day, so like if we haven't eaten breakfast yet and he asks for MILK, then I will say no and say eat. Yeah, or I'll say water, because we usually give him water. Feeding himself, if you guys watched his day in life 15-month-old, you can see him trying to feed himself with a spoon. He's getting better at eating with a spoon and with a fork. He still has trouble, obviously, but he's doing a lot better to where he can actually get food on the spoon and get it to his mouth. It usually mostly ends up on the floor, but he's working on it. And he is definitely very independent. He does not like holding anyone's hand. So when we're crossing the street, I have to hold onto his wrist because he is not going to hold onto my hand. And he definitely prefers doing things on his own. He is not, well, as you guys heard with the nursing, he is not yet sleeping through the night, but he is definitely sleeping better. So I can get him to sleep for 4 hours straight without waking up, but that is not an every night thing. Mostly he is still waking up every 2 hours. It really just depends on what's going on. I think that has a lot to do with the fact that he is still getting teeth in. Zion, I'm gonna need you to stop. If you guys watched the 15-month, his 5th day in life 15-month-old, you guys would have also saw that before he took his nap, he kind of threw a little fit. And what I like to do is I try not to force him to go to sleep. I close the bedroom door because my brother is up, and sometimes he does leave the room. And if he leaves the room, my brother's up, he's not going to come out. If he leaves the room and nobody's really doing anything or everyone's in their own rooms, then he'll come back in the room to take a nap. So that's why I close the door. And oftentimes he closes the door himself anyways. He prefers the door to be closed when he's going to go to sleep or take a nap. But whenever I leave the room, I always open the door up because when he's ready to get up, he will come out the room on his own. I feel like it makes his naps better when I don't force him to go to sleep. So he'll throw his fit mainly because he's mad that I'm not nursing him to sleep. But as you saw in the video, he comes to me on his own. I don't like hold him in the chair and rock him, if that makes sense. And that's kind of what works for us. I realize that not everybody would be able to do that. But I think he knows when he's tired and, you know, when he needs to sleep. We will be traveling to Georgia in April, and we are going to be going to Atlanta, Augusta, Savannah, and Albany to see his family and my stepmom, or his like dad's side of the family. I want to work on not rocking him to sleep these next upcoming months because we're not going to have a rocker there. So I want him to be less dependent on being rocked to sleep, which I don't think will be that hard because we already have times where he will go to sleep without rocking, or where I'm rocking him to sleep and he's wide awake the whole time, but then as soon as I put him down in his bed, he sleep like that. There was even this one time where he was mad at me because I told him, no, am I okay? And so he cried, climbed into his bed, and went to sleep. Awesome day that was. Molars. He got his 2 bottom molars. I think his 2 top molars are still coming in. Not, when I say 2, I mean one on this side, one on this side. Not like both sets of molars, one behind the other. So he has the first 2 on the bottom and the first 2 on the top. I'm not looking forward to any of the rest of the teeth that he's getting ready to get, especially since that affects his sleeping, because this last time he really had trouble sleeping to where he was waking up every 30 minutes. We were giving him Tylenol at night to help him sleep. During the day, he was actually fine. His teeth don't bother him during the day, just mainly at night. Speaking, he is still like babbling a lot, but we're actually starting to be able to understand what he's saying more, so we can actually hear. Zion.
No.
Yes. Zion, get down, down, down. But we're actually starting to be able to, this is why I hate my camera stand. We're actually starting to be able to understand the words that he is saying, which makes me want to do more signs with him because I want him to be able to associate these words with signs. So I am working on learning more signs to teach him and doing more signs. He does know more signs, so he knows socks, he knows ball, car, eat more milk. We're working on shoes, strawberry. Hi. And I think those are really all the signs that he knows. He may know a few more. Oh, he also knows dogs. So it's really a pat on your leg, but he does it on his chest. And please, of course. Up. The words that he knows are up, go, get, which we yell at the dog. He knows no, please. He started to try to say please. You guys, I don't know other words he knows. Cut his hair. I cut his hair. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I definitely cut his hair because the back was still a lot shorter than the front. It's still not as even, but it's a lot better than what it was. And I just decided to go on ahead and cut his hair because I plan on doing it eventually. At some point in time, he's going to start getting attached to his hair, or maybe he won't, but if he does, I didn't want to wait until he was like 2 or something like that, and then he's not going to let me cut his hair. So I just went on ahead and did it. This will be the last time that I cut his hair, unless, I don't know, I guess something happens, or if he wants me to cut his hair. Going forward on his bike. So this is a really, I don't want to say it's important, but it's a really big milestone for kids. He has this little motorcycle. Kids learn to go backwards. Kids learn to go backwards before they go forwards, and he's actually learned to go forwards, but it doesn't come super easy. He has to really think about it in order to go forwards, whereas backwards, it just happens. Imaginative play, he's starting to do like imaginary play. So like he has, with his sensory bottles, there's one bottle that's just empty and doesn't have a cap on it, and he will bring it to me and have me drink it, and then he'll drink it, and then sometimes we'll take like an empty bowl and I'll go like I'm eating, and then he'll take it and he'll do the same thing. And he's also starting to play with stuffed animals, which before he had no interest in whatsoever. And if I picked one up, he would just not really care. He would play with it for like 5 seconds and then put it down. And now he's picking them up on his own and playing with them on his own. He doesn't play with them for very long, but he is just starting to have an interest in them. He is helping us take his clothes off and put them on. He absolutely loves getting dressed, more so because he thinks it means that he's going outside. Same thing with like putting on shoes. That's why he likes them. They mean going outside. He's let go. So like he'll try to pull his arm through his shirt and take it off on his own, which he fails at. He tries to put his socks on, his feet on his own, gloves, he'll try to put those on. His coat, he can get one arm in, but he always has the wrong arm in the wrong hole. But he's definitely trying to put his clothes on right now. Obsessed with opening things. He is obsessed with opening things. So like this, he knows how to twist it, but he can't twist it enough to get it off. But he's starting to know how to get the lids off of things. So this is something that we are going to have to watch now. And he is also obsessed with dumping things out, which is the most annoying thing ever, because what he dumps out the vast majority of the time is food. He dumps food out the bowl. It's just food, and I get so tired of cleaning up the food. And like out of bags and stuff, chips out of bags, so he can't have a bag of chips or a bag of cookies. I am working on him with cleaning it up after he dumps it out, which he knows how to put stuff back in, but he doesn't have the interest in doing it right now. He's more obsessed with dumping things out than putting them back. Yeah, I don't really expect him to put them back right now at his age, but it is definitely something that I'm working on him with, because at some point in time he's going to learn if he's going to dump it out, he's going to put it back, he's going to clean it up. Tantrums and stuff like that, we don't really have too many issues with tantrums. The main times that he throws tantrum is if he's tired, hungry, teething, or we're not paying him attention. Like as we've been braiding my hair, because we can't play with him like what we usually do, he's been kind of not necessarily throwing tantrums, but he's definitely had like some kind of an attitude. You guys, he's knocking the box that my phone is on, and that's fine. Like you guys can tell, he's not too bad tempered. As you see throughout this video, I keep moving him away from the box and away from the phone, and while he is like bending his back in protest, he's not really screaming or pouting or anything. He is pretty easygoing unless one of those things is happening. He's emptying out the container of puffball. But so yeah, it's empty. He just emptied it out. I think he's about to put them back on his own, thankfully. Excuse the fact that I'm holding the phone. There's one thing that I forgot to talk about, and that is his iron levels. When he was 9 months old, we found out that he had very, very low iron. I think it was like 7 and the normal is 12, and while that might not seem like a lot, it really is. So I'm supposed to have been giving him iron supplements. In December, his iron was a 10, and I had been giving him his iron supplements almost every day, but then he started teething, and I stopped like not long after that appointment, because the iron gives him diarrhea if he doesn't eat it with food, and because he was teething, he wasn't eating as much. He's about to get mad at me. So I stopped giving him his iron, but I tried to make sure he was eating foods rich in iron, and I think I've given it to him like once or twice since his appointment, and his iron actually went up. His iron is back to where it's supposed to be, and that is exciting, because I was scared that it was gonna have gotten lower because I hadn't been giving him his iron, but I didn't want to give it to him and he hadn't been eating, and then it was going to start giving him diarrhea, and I just really didn't want to have to deal with all of that. I think what it was when he was 9 months old, why his iron was low, was because he wasn't eating as many solids and he was still mostly nursing. But now that he is eating more and nursing less, that's helping his iron to go up. But yeah, that's it. I will be doing a 15-month postpartum update separately and talking a little bit about parenting in that video, and also a 1 year post-op, because on January 7th he was 1 year post-op. Thank you guys so much for watching the video every Wednesday and sometimes Sunday. You can check out another one of my videos right here, and you can subscribe right here. And until next time, deuces.